What's up, guys? What's up, gaming? What's up, Rushi? How y'all doing? Let's wait a few minutes, let everybody get in. We can start answering y'all's questions. I put Cam's high five up in the middle of the screen for y'all. I've got the Greenlight DFS lineup builder up on the page for y'all. I think we're gonna build a lineup together today. How y'all like that? What's up, everybody? Alright, let's get into this. Got a nice 6-game slate going today. I've got Cam's high five up in the middle of the screen for you guys. Just in case you didn't get it from earlier, he wasn't able to get the video out this morning, but it was Monty Morris, Gary Harris, Pascal Siakam, Marc Gasol, and Russell Westbrook. That was Cam's high five. Well, I'm here to answer any questions that you guys have. If you want to start throwing down any questions. For me, I'm on Russell, but man, it's a back-to-back, and he's 3 in the last 4. I get that, you know, he's an elite play, but I'm not digging this matchup against Indy. I would actually move Russell out of my high five. I'm kind of more on Kyrie if it was me. Waiting for some of these questions to get in. Maybe my chat's not working. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not as good at Cam. I'm trying to make sure that I got y'all's chat. Looking for the chat. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm with you now. We got the chat going. All right, let me get on this. Struggle City. All right. Snowflaking. Uncle Craig is snowflaking. Yes, Tony. I'm sorry, man. My chat was not loading up. So now I'm with y'all. All right, top cash plays. Marc Gasol is the top play on the board with Serge Ibaka out. He's going to be super chalky, but we'll definitely be biting that chalk today. Rushi, Uncle Gary, what do you think about Lowry plays today since he went from not being on injury report to questionable? It's just something that we're going to have to monitor, Rushi. We can't make any judgments on it until we have concrete news. If Lowry is out, that is going to make just about everybody on Toronto almost a cash game lock, especially with Ibaka already out. So we'll have to monitor that when that news comes out. William says doesn't like Bogdan. Okay, well let's go ahead and go over the injury rundown real quick. For OKC and Indiana, we got Markieff Morris and Tyreek Evans already ruled out. For Cleveland at Orlando, we got Mozgov off, Nance, Henson, Thompson, Deladova. All of those guys are out. Love is back today, so still like Zizic, but they're still missing a lot of people, but they do get Love back today. So Zizic isn't the lock that he has been the last couple slates. Marcus Smart is questionable, so is Tice. LA and Toronto, you got Ibaka, Van Vliet, Chandler, and Stevenson all out. Lowry's questionable, and so is Danny Green. Minnesota at Utah, we got Dang and Covington out. And then questionable, we got Wiggins, Teague, Rose. Once again, we're not going to know. That's something we're going to have to monitor. I hope we get news and that clears all that up before lock, but that we could be scrambling on DK again if we get news with all those guys out. And then with Dallas and Denver, you just have Porter out, and Trey Lyles and Torrey Craig are questionable. Not too much to worry about from that game. All right, let's get to y'all's questions. Sorry about the delay, guys. For some reason, my chat was not updating live. I did not have any questions, and I was just like, this is a Q&A. What am I supposed to do? Should I just start breaking down the slate or what? But all right. What you think about Hield? Okay, Christopher Sanchez just asked what you think about Hield. I love Hield on Fanduel. His price is a little bit too cheap. On DK, he's still a good play. They definitely have one of the best game scripts and game environments of the day. So Hield on Fanduel, really like DK. He's just filler for me right now, not a lock by any means. Top 5 plays, Red asks. All right, well, Cam's High 5 is on the screen right now with Monty Morris, Gary Harris, Pascal Siakam, Marc Gasol, and Russell Westbrook. I'm leaning more Kyrie Irving over Russell Westbrook myself, so I'm going to go ahead and make that change. This is the Greenlight DFS optimizer. Let me just type his name in. There we go. I'm going to go Irving, get some money savings, and let y'all have plenty of money to spend. On FanDuel, Kuzma or Siakam? For me, it's Siakam. I love Siakam on FanDuel a lot. Who you think should build a lineup around? All right. Today, I love Monty Morris as value on both sites. And for FanDuel, I don't think that he needs to be a drop spot. I just love him as a value. So you can still use another drop candidate in FanDuel if you want to build up your salary. I want to play Monty Morris on DK and on FanDuel as my value. He's the best value on the board right now, unless some other injury news comes up. Like if we get news before lock that Lowry's out, or with Teague, Rose, and Wiggins, that will change the slate dramatically as well. But Marc Gasol is a cash game lock on both sites, and Monty Morris. Those are the two guys to definitely start your cash game. And honestly, I don't even want to fade them in GPP. Although fading Marc Gasol, center is very stacked today. So you can get more contrarian just by fading Marc Gasol. If you fade Marc Gasol and go with any of the other high-end centers, you are already going to be on a more contrarian, lower-owned route of lineup construction than the masses, because I think Marc Gasol is going to be and should be the most owned, heaviest owned player today. Favors or Young in FanDuel GPP? I kind of like favors. Let me look over at their prices. Sorry guys, there's a lot of players and a lot of pricing, so I'm gonna have to be switching back and forth to see what their prices are, just so I'm familiar with it. So Young is at 6.8. Here, let me stack them. Our optimizer has Young, so, but they're close. But right now we have Thaddeus Young projected at a higher point per dollar. I'm not really on either of them, honestly, for power forward. I like Maxi Kleber as a potential drop candidate. As we mentioned, I'm playing Monty Morris as a cash game value, so I'm not really going to plan on using him as my drop score. So I do like Maxi Kleber as a potential drop candidate on FanDuel. Oh, no problem, Evan. Yeah, anytime y'all hit me up, I try to get to you as soon as you can. Evan, he thanked me for answering his Twitter questions. That's what I'm here for, guys. Whether it be access issues or just 1v1s or other strategy details, bank management, whatever, I'm here for you guys. Fade, okay, No Bones asked Fade Gasol for Zizic. I wouldn't. Definitely an interesting GPP route for sure, but not something that I'm going to be interested in today. Brunson thoughts. I'm not really on Brunson. See where we have him projected. I mean, 5'3". He's all right. I don't hate him. He's near the top of our model here, but I just haven't been landing on him very much. So yeah, he's just not doing much for me. But if you want to play him, I get it. Terry Rozier, GPP on DK. I'm not really on Rozier. The guy just mentioned if I was getting into Rozier, I'd rather go to Brunson or whatnot. Because I'm saving and playing Monty Morris and wanting to go Kyrie or Westbrook, I'm not really landing on that price point in that 5K range. Arthur Brango, what's up, man? You just asked a Kawhi best small forward today. I think Kawhi is the best small forward on FanDuel, and let me just verify on DK where we have him ranked. Oh, I have that. Yeah, I mean, I just love. Oh yeah, 8.7. I forgot that he was that low price. Yeah, Kawhi is a great play on both sides. I love him, especially if we get news that Lowry's out. Kawhi will be damn near a lock across both sides. And he basically is really close to that for me on FanDuel right now, just because of position scarcity and stuff like that. On DK, I love him as well. Matthew Davis asked about Vooch. I do love Vooch. The only thing that's kind of getting me off of Vooch is the fact that we have Marc Gasol is almost taking up that locked at one of the center spots. On DK, I could see getting to Vooch. On FanDuel, it's going to be really tough for me to get to Vooch with Gasol taking up my ownership there. Kenny asked about playing 4 Boston guys tonight. I wouldn't play 4 Boston guys tonight unless we get more injury news or some surprise news that somebody's out. As it stands right now, we just have Smart and Tice questionable. If they're out, it wouldn't even change my mind. I still wouldn't play 4 Boston tonight. I do like Horford on DK. You do have Ford eligibility with him, so he's a little bit easier to get to. On FanDuel, I just don't see getting to Horford. George, yes. Marc Gasol can be played in cash and GPP. I just don't feel like he's going to kill you. You can differentiate your lineup somewhere else today and just go ahead and eat the Marc Gasol chalk. Hot Kid, yes. DJ Augustine is a good cash game play. I like him in GPPs also. Do I like paying up for Towns? For DK GPP? Potentially. It will depend on the news. If Teague and Rose are both out, then Towns becomes a lot more attractive. If those guys end up playing, then I'll probably end up missing on Towns today. Okay, Lakers starters and minutes. All right, let's pull up that game. Let me see. How do we want to do that? Well, man, to tell you the truth, I'm just not really on the Lakers. They're tanking. There's not enough injuries out that make me need to really get to any of the Laker guys. I mean, they're just the least attractive spots to me, except for maybe Kuzma is the most interesting. They're just not what I'm getting to for cash game lineups. Now, for playing some GPPs, because I think their ownerships will be low, and there is the potential that they actually do show up and make this game competitive and, show some heart, but I'm just not on the Lakers. Oh yeah, drop a like. I don't know if I'm gonna get many likes today. I kind of screwed this one up today, but man, once I get back into it, we'll do it. But drop a like for me, guys. It'll be dope if y'all do that. Let me try to beat Cameron's likes and make him up his game, even though I know this one is bad. Wilder top 5 for both Fanduel and DK. I'm going to go ahead and stick with this 5 that Cam gave, except for me, the one change I did was go Kyrie over Russell Westbrook. On Fanduel, okay, I have it. I have like a player pool written out there for y'all. It's going to be Gasol. It's going to be Sycam, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and we'll go with Monty Morris. That would be my top 5 for Fanduel. Gary Harris love. It's just he's a cheap value starting in a day when we don't really have much value open. So Gary Harris is a way of saving some money. I think that's the main reason he made the high 5 is just because we got Thomas out of the lineup completely. So Gary Harris should have secure minutes. It's not that we think he's going to beast or anything. It's just he was one of the better early value plays before we get news. That we can easily get off Gary Harris once we start getting other news with other people being out. Jokic or Doncic? Oh man, I love Doncic and his price on DK. I think he's down to 84 if I remember correctly. Let me pull that up. Yeah, so Doncic is just a very good value, and he can be played anywhere. You can play him at point guard, small forward, utilities. 5 different spots on DK that you can play him. But I don't know if he's right. Okay, he's a young guy. We don't know about his knees, but at 8,400, man, he feels like a safe play to me. I love Doncic. The upside though, Jokic definitely has the upside. And if more value pops today, I could see Jokic becoming more popular. But right now, I think Jokic's going to be a low owned. He's more of like a GPP play in my opinion today with his low ownership because of Marc Gasol's going to take one center spot, and then there's some decent other plays that you can fit in besides a center at your utility spot. So I think I don't think Jokic's ownership is going to be that high. Yeah, Doncic not 100% healthy, knee issue. I feel you, Oof Daddy. I'm getting more Aaron Gordon than I like. What you think about Gordon tonight? I like Gordon. I think Gordon's a good play. They're they're really fighting for a playoff spot. Orlando, the minute rotations. I mean, it's the same reason we liked these guys last night. They are on a back to back, but I do like Gordon. I think he's a good play. On Fanduel, let's get to. You have other guys around his price though, so I think he will be low owned. I think Pascal Siakam's going to take up a lot of ownership. I think Millsap is sneaky good today. Uh, like I said, I like the idea of dropping Kleber, so I do like Gordon, but with him sandwiched in between Millsap and Siakam, I just think his ownership's going to be a little bit lower. Brandon Knight on Cleveland. Yeah, he's a good GPP type target. He's been getting good run and good minutes. I don't have an issue with him. I don't know if I'm going to get to him in any of our cash lines, like recommend him for that, but I don't mind him. 5 picks for DraftKings GPP. 5 picks. Okay, well, let's build a DraftKings GPP line. Everybody keeps asking 5 pick for DraftKings GPPs. So if we wanted to build a GPP, let's just fade Gasol. Here, let's do this together, guys. Why not? Let's say Jokic. We were just mentioning Jokic is a great GPP target. He's going to go low owned, under the radar today. Good way to get off the chalk of Marc Gasol. Let's see. Who else could we go? That's a nice GPP target. The key with GPP, I don't like to fade all chalk. You know what I mean? Like, let's say Monty Morris is going to be the highest owned player today. That doesn't even bother me. I mean, I would still play Monty Morris and differentiate somewhere else because I just think he is the safest play on the board to beat his price tag. So I don't need to fade that kind of chalk unless there's somebody similarly priced that I think has as much potential as him. KCP, I don't get the hype. It just comes down to who's going to be out in LA, and I know he had a good game last game. I'm not counting on that, but he's a good value today. He's a nice GPP type punt. Is Osman in play? I think Osman is still in play. Me and Cam always argue about him. I've liked him the last couple days. Cam never likes him. Kevin Love is back today, so I think Osman may take a little bit of a hit and get back to his normal playing minutes and his normal usages. But Murray or Harris? I like Murray better than Harris. What about Kleber? Yeah, I like Maxi Kleber on Fanduel, especially with the drop roll. I think he's a good drop candidate today. No bones about it. You're getting 30% of who, buddy? Sorry. Sorry, guys. I lost my chat. Okay, who's the CJ Miles of this slate? The CJ Miles of this slate is Monty Morris. I'm sorry to be repetitive, but he's definitely the guy. Brunson burner. Like I said, Brunson is in play. I just like other guards better that are going to make my lines. I don't mind him at all if you want to get to him. Brandon Knight's another good option as well if you're looking for that low-owned CJ Miles type of play. Sabonis or Osman on DraftKings GPP? Sabonis. 3,700 and under Fanduel punt. I think that's Malik Beasley. Damone. Best shooting guard, 37 and under. I think. Sorry, I don't. I should have these memorized by now. Yeah, that's Malik Beasley. And here's the thing with that. I wanted to give a little note. One of the best days I've had on Fanduel this year, honestly, was when we. So, like I said earlier, we're going to be playing Monty Morris. So let's just plug in Morris. All right, and he should be high owned. We're actually planning on playing this score. This isn't our drop. I actually like the idea because I don't think shooting guard is very strong today on FanDuel. I actually like the idea of running Beasley and Morris together just in case a Chalk Morris busts. Let's say he goes out and hurts himself or just underperforms or whatever. The direct beneficiary of Monty Morris sucking is going to be Malik Beasley. All right? In which case Malik Beasley will be low owned. If for some reason Monty Morris does drop and Malik has the big game, you know what I mean? You just trounced over a bunch of people and you got the right guy. So that's a GPP strategy. You could even use this in cash if you don't have another. Like if this ends up being your main drop candidate. I like that. Steve Sloan, yes, Marc Gasol is the chalk cash game lock across both sites today. Can't go wrong with him. You can fade him in GPP to try to get more contrarian. Any Stein love? Yeah, I like Willie Cauley-Stein in this matchup. I mean, Boston's kind of tough, but I just like Stein. I think he's priced right today. Now this is speaking for DraftKings where you can play two centers. I don't have interest in Stein on FanDuel because of Marc Gasol. Do you consider Jokic to be too expensive for cash? No, I like Jokic. The only issue I have with Jokic is that center is so stacked, and I can't get away. We won't get away from Marc Gasol's chalk. Any love for Marvin Bagley? Not really. I want to see how he does coming back from this injury, see if he's on any kind of minutes restriction or whatnot. He's a fine play. Let's see where we got him projected. I haven't been on him too much. Bagley. Yeah. I mean, we may end up updating his projections a little bit, but yeah, I'm not on him, and that's probably the main reason why. Cesar Rodriguez, Gobert, yeah. So I like Gobert. Once again, not on FanDuel. He's just a little bit too high priced when you can just drop down to get Marc Gasol. But over on DK, he's definitely a good option. Let's see what we got him. Yeah, 8,000 is just too cheap for Gobert, so I think that's a good play. I don't mind talking other centers on DK just because we can plug in Gasol and still, have that utility spot to get these guys in. Best places to fade. Okay, best places to fade. I can't recommend fading Gasol, and I can't recommend fading Monty Morris. So you could fade maybe Sycam for some reason doesn't beat that price tag. Gary Harris definitely is somebody that you can fade. I don't think that they're chalk, but from Cam's High Five anyways. Any love for LeBron? No, I'm not playing LeBron right now. He could smash and make me look dumb, but I'm just not doing it. Dwayne Jackson asked about Kawhi. Love him, especially if we get news that Lowry's out. Giles cutting it into Willie Cauley-Stein minutes, and Bagley, even in limited role, can get center minutes. I hear you, William, but I just can't get there right now. There's just too many better spots around his price. I'm not saying he's a bad play. I'm just saying I'm not gonna be playing him in for any of my cash game stuff. Yeah, Sean V, that is fine and perfectly reasonable as long as you understand the risks. If you want to fade Gasol because of his ownership and hope that he has a dud game and you get that leverage play, I don't have an issue with it. I can't recommend it in cash from this setting. Kyrie or Jokic? I like Kyrie better. Okay, replacement for Harris in Cam's high five. So we'll look for shooting guards around that price. Do you have a certain price range you want to say? Oh, Jeremy Lin's interesting. I like him as a drop candidate on Fanduel. Brandon Knight, Malik Beasley. So those are depending on what we hear from LA too with their injury news. Maybe you could take some chances on some of these LA guys like Hart or Caldwell Pope. So yeah, Harris is my least favorite member of the high five. If anybody's wondering, let me go put Cam's high five back up. Alright. Yeah, Knight. We like Knight. Dwayne Jackson asked about Kuzma. He's my favorite Laker, but I don't have much interest in playing the Lakers today. No, I didn't mention Jeremy Lamb today. Let me see where we have him. Oh, yeah, Jeremy Lamb's not even playing today. There's no Charlotte. My bad. Okay. Anyone else find it odd how he pronounces Sycom? If I'm not pronouncing it right, I apologize. Yeah, I like Millsap, trendy. Sycom, how do you how? Okay, I'll look that up later. I'm from Texas. I got that Texas accent. Maybe it's throwing you off. Yeah, Jeremy Lin, Miss J. Like him. I like him a little bit more on FanDuel if I'm gonna be dropping one of the point guard spots. He's my favorite to use in that position. Michael, do I like Kevin Love? I I like him. I have some interest in him. They're definitely gonna need him, but to try to keep up with Vooch down low. But once again, coming back from injury, you never know. But they are missing a lot of guys, so I think he should have a good usage. And if he gets good minutes, Siakam. Ah, thank you. That's how you do it. Siakam, not Sycam. Okay, my bad. Siakam. Pascal Siakam. Gotcha. But Osman's an okay play for me, and I do like Knight as a value play. Unless some other news drops that makes Knight not worthy of that. Okay, Cam's fifth guy that was up here. Oh, okay. Cam's fifth guy, from the high five was Gary Harris. I'm not a fan of Gary that much today. I mean, I like him as at value, but I think other news could potentially make this a worthless play later, but we don't know. I like him on DK. Even let's check his Fanduel price. I don't have it. Oh, 49. Yeah, so definitely more of a DK play. I don't think I'll be getting to Gary Harris at all on Fanduel. Donald, would you play Bagley? Not in cash. Some guys do like him. I get it. Zizic. Steve Sloan asked about Zizic. Still like Zizic. I think he should get good run. Michael Kresser. Paul George. Yes, love Paul George. On Fanduel, where small forward is really crappy today, I kind of like the idea of going Paul George and Kawhi Leonard together as my spend ups. I'm not on Bajikia. I don't know if I butchered that name, Chris. Like we've been talking about, Bagley is coming back today. Zizic. All right, thank you, Trendy Charlie. You're gonna make a better DFS analyst out of me yet. Collison at 6K on DK is an interesting tournament option. Been targeting point guards against Westbrook for a while now. I don't hate that play. Definitely, they have a massive pace up spot going up against OKC. I don't mind targeting Westbrook either as the opposing. Bielisa. All right, Trendy Charlie. All right, Bielisa, Zizic, and Siakam. Horford over Kuzma and Bagley. Yes, I would agree. I like Horford better. Michael disagrees. He thinks Horford busts. Sean V. Paul George hurt and gonna bust on a back-to-back against his old pal Thad Young. Not worth that price. I feel you. I get the risk. I don't like George as much on DK. Fanduel. Yeah, it's gonna be tough for me to fade. Am I the genius behind the scenes? No, Cam and I work together, have been for years. You know, Cameron is a genius. I taught him everything he knows, though. If Luka out, you think Hardaway a lock at 4,800 on FanDuel? I definitely will be considering Hardaway if we find out Luka is out. Finney Smith and cash. I like Finney Smith on DK as value for sure today, guys. He's one of the better value options at this point until we get more news. Horford, Gordon, or Millsap for GPP DK. Oh man, that's gonna come down to Millsap and Gordon. Oh, here. Let's let the optimizer decide. Horford, Gordon, or Millsap GPP DK. Okay, looks like Gordon. Gordon is the winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Fave shooting guard on DK. Okay, well they mentioned him. If Doncic's out, I'm really gonna consider Hardaway. Did anybody get any news that Doncic's questionable? I hadn't seen any of that earlier, but I'll check onto it later. Brandon Knight's good value. Gary Harris is in the high five. Man, shooting guard is garbage today. Yeah, I would be saving at that spot today. So I'd be going like Gary Harris, Brandon Knight. If we find out Doncic's out, Tim Hardaway becomes elite. Yeah, I like Augustine against Cleveland for sure. cash and GPP, especially Fanduel. He's one of the better plays. Bro, you keep skipping my question. Sorry, I'm my first time going live. What was your question? I'll look for it right now. Yeah, William. That's what I thought. I thought Luka was in, and I can't not. I mean, I love him. I can't quit that dude. Brad Townsend, Dallas Morning News. Yeah, I haven't seen anything. I live in Dallas. I haven't seen anything about Luka being out. Cam is diving into the slate, looking forward. He just wants to train me. He's throwing me to the wolves, basically. He wants to be able to make sure that he has somebody that can come in and fill in for him whenever he's studying the slate, or if he's got something else going on and he can't go live. I'm just doing it to try to help him out. So if Teague and Rose are out, Tyus is an easy pivot from Harris. Yes. So Tyus is a great play if those guys are out, and would be up here. I would put Tyus. Let me find his price. Sorry, 4,200. Yeah, I would even bring Tyus probably above Monty Morris. That's how much I would love Tyus in that situation. Yeah, so if that's another thing to consider. If we find out like Teague and Rose are out, but Wiggins is in, also like Wiggins a lot. Good point, Trendy. Mr. Football, yeah, I like. Okay, hold on. Yes, I like Wes Matthews' value a little bit. Daniel D, if those same core of T-Wolves are out, so Bates Diop finally gets love, he will hit value both times. Yes, so Daniel, if that was the question I missed, I'm sorry. Like Bates Diop if those three are out. I mean, I like him if Wiggins is out, period. But if all three are out, definitely like him to hit value. What one guy would I pay up for? Okay, in DK. I mean, it's Westbrook. Makes me a little bit nervous. 3 and 4 days in a back-to-back, but he's superhuman. We all know that. Westbrook's the safest big spend today. Next would be Karl Anthony Towns if we get news that all those guys are out. Yeah, Isaiah Thomas is done. That's one of the big reasons why Monty Morris's minutes are secure, and at 3,500 he's such a great value, and 3,900 on FanDuel. Could fade Westbrook for George on DK. I could, for sure. And on FanDuel specifically, I would recommend that. But to each their own. Westbrook is a beast, and Paul George is a little bit banged up. Yes, Jim. JaVale McGee, sorry, is good with Chandler out. Tom Savage asked about paying up for Gobert. I'm not in FanDuel even really considering it. DK, I don't mind playing Gobert. All right, guys. I've been going long. Sorry for messing it up at the beginning and not getting the chat out. Remember, if you're still here, hit up Greenlight DFS. Help support the squad and support what Cam and I do. We definitely appreciate everything that y'all do. Thanks for always showing us love. Fade DJ for Knight on FanDuel. I don't have a problem with that. Remember to hit up greenlightdfs.com. Drop a like down below for me. You know, just helps with my little ego. Keep me trying at this. DK forward for 4,500. All right, I'm going to stay on with y'all just a little bit longer since we had a slow start. forward for 45. Let me switch over. Dang, I would be fighting for that extra 100 to get Hardaway in, especially if you do find out anything about that. Oh, man, that price range is kind of garbage. Maybe Wesley Matthews. Siakam / Gordon. Okay, I have Siakam over Gordon. And Love / Favors. I have Love. Yeah, shooting guard is garbage. I agree with that. I don't like the shooting guard position on either side today. Sugarcane asked about Vooch. Love Vooch. The only issue, like I've been repeating, sorry if I'm repeating myself, is just Gasol chalk. But I definitely like if we optimize right now with his high 5, I think it'll pop Vooch in here. Let's see, what did it do? It gave us Seti, it gave us Augustine, oh, and it gave us Kawhi. Hey, not going to hate on that line. There you go, an optimized high 5 line for y'all if you stayed this long. Yeah, Chad, I love Paul George specifically on Fanduel. Would I be reaching with Monty Morris in 2 of 3 of my lineups? Not in my opinion. If I was only playing 3 lineups, I'd probably have Monty Morris in all 3. With Markieff out today, is Jeremy Grant a... Okay, I think you mean Jeremy Grant, a must-play in DK Cash. He's not a must-play. We should have played him yesterday over Terrence Ross. We had a little argument about that before we posted. But, yeah, Jeremy Grant, he's a fine play. He's not a must-play. All right, guys, any other questions? Well, thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate it. Sorry for the snafu at the beginning. Once I do this a couple more times, it'll get a little bit more fluid. Terrence Ross did reek, big dog. I know. He's a guy that I feel like we haven't timed right this entire season. Like, we've played him a few times, and it feels like he busts, and then we fade him, and he, puts up his 32, 33 that he's been doing. So, can you play Love and Seti and Cash together? You can. I am not a big fan of it, but there's enough minutes and usage with all the injuries going on for Cleveland that you can do that. I don't like the matchup with Boston. Thanks, gaming. Appreciate it, man. For your pump plays. Oh, good job, Crazy Mex. Y'all want to build a line real quick? Those of you that are left, we'll just take a vote. Build up a DFS squad line. Favors are awesome, man. I like favors better. Okay, Joel, you want to? All right. So let's lock in our cash plays for sure. We're locking in Gasol, and I want to lock in Monty Morris. All right, rest is up for grabs. Shooting guard. Throw out some names. I'm letting y'all build this line. Low end guards, high end bigs. All right. Brunson, I'm down. Let's do it. Brunson becomes our shooting guard. No issue with that. All right, small forward. See what we got. Dorian Finney-Smith still popping at value. Bates Diop, Hardaway. I love me some Kawhi. Who's with me with Kawhi? Okay, I'm gonna throw out a couple names, and the first one to get 3 votes wins. We got Kawhi, Finney-Smith for a punt if we're gonna spend up like crazy somewhere else, or Doncic. Kawhi. I see 2 for Kawhi. I need 1 more for Kawhi. Ring that bell. Kawhi. All right. We got it. All right. Power forward. All right. We got Gordon. Gordon. Give me 1 more Gordon. Gordon gets in. Love. Okay. Gordon. Gordon. Love. I need to see 3. Let me see. Gordon twice. Oh, does that count as another Gordon? All right. Gordon gets in. Boom. Let's turn it into a GPP line. All right. So, guard. We got some good money left. Let's see. I don't want to go Westbrook, man. I'm strong on Kyrie today. I love Kyrie. Get that up pace matchup against Sack. I'm gonna make an edge my decision here. I'm going Kyrie. All right, we got 5,600 left for forward. Seti? Anybody love them some Seti? Oh, hold up. Sycom. We gotta go Sycom. Alright, now for utility. Oh man, we're 100 away from Augustine. Ooh, McGee. I think McGee's an interesting GPP play. Siakam. Sorry. Trendy, you're gonna keep me honest. All right. Do we want to get that 100 for Augustine, or do we want to go with McGee? Oh, go McGee. All right, we'll just finish it out with McGee. Double center. All right, GPP little lineup that the squad made together. See if there's anything we don't like here. All right, we got Toronto, Toronto, Toronto. We got a lot of Toronto. Let's hope Lowry's out, and I'm going to be on board with this. Gordon and Sycom. We got my boy Kyrie. Brunson. I don't have a problem with this in GPP. I like JaVale McGee today. Running back all this Toronto with the smackdown. Anyways, all right, guys. Good luck tonight. As always, me and Cam are going to be breaking down this slate together. Get y'all our favorite lines. Get you our pivot suggestions. Get you some GPP suggestions. All of that's at Greenlight DFS. With this optimizer here, you can use the lineup builder if you want. You can crunch 150 lines and enter them into DK and Fanduel, save you some time. It's just a little tool we built for y'all as a thank you. I know it's still needs some more sophistication and stuff like that to compete with some of the other stuff that's out there, but hey, we're growing and we're trying to bring any bit of value that we can to y'all because we really do appreciate the support and love that y'all have shown us throughout the years. Anyways, Thanks for sticking with me on my first live. I appreciate it, and I'm out. Hit up greenlightdfs.com and drop a like for me if you don't mind. Peace.